If you look at the past 90 days for my channel, you can see that I have made a total of $87 and that I have been monetized for roughly 6 weeks. I simply didn't have time to make this video closer to exactly 1 month after being monetized. The last 28 days I made a total of $65.82, and that number is not interesting at all. What is interesting is what limits the growth of that number, and that is something that I think applies to pretty much every smaller gaming channel out there. And I don't mean the obvious thing, that I should be making more videos. I have only posted one single video the last month. I mean the much less obvious but also much more limiting and harder to do something about kind of factor. But first, a little background about my channel. I promise I will keep it short, but more importantly, it will tie into the topic of this video. My channel is very old, but it has also been dead for several years in a row with just short bursts of creativity in between. I struggled with consistency, and I have only managed to stay engaged making videos for the same game and build an audience over an extended period of time twice. Once for a game called Robocraft, and that game is actually dead now, the developers shut down, and once for a game called Enshrouded, that is very much alive. I actually had the possibility to monetize my channel already a year ago, back in the spring of 2024. I had enough watch hours and closer to 2,000 subscribers, but I decided not to. The reason was that I was afraid of getting demonetized again, because I knew that for maybe a year, maybe more, I would have very little time on my hands for making videos. I decided to apply for monetization about 6 weeks ago because I now feel like I have enough time on my hands to at least sporadically post the videos, like maybe once a month. And this is the time where the history of my channel ties into the talking point about how to grow a gaming channel in terms of views and in terms of revenue. Because if you take a look at the number of views for my channel over time and then at the player count for the game Enshrouded over time, it is very much correlated. And this is what I think is so important to understand. Gaming is not a niche on YouTube. Every single game is its own niche, and sometimes there are even sub-niches within that niche. Guide content, let's plays, let's builds. Not everyone looking for guides about the game will also be interested in let's plays for a game, for example. Taking a look at the current peak player count for Enshrouded on Steam, it's roughly 11,600. The daily player count is probably around 10 times as much, so that would be a bit more than 100,000 players. Not everyone playing the game will watch videos on YouTube about it, but some who do might watch more than one in a single day. There might also be people who don't own the game yet, but who are thinking about buying the game. That could be potential audience. Especially for kind of review type content. The game might also be on other platforms, of course. But if we generalize a bit, it gives us a pretty good idea. 100,000 daily players will in the best case scenario result in as many views on YouTube. There are of course exceptions to this, especially close to launch of a new game, but for a game like Enshrouded that has been out for a while, it will most likely be a somewhat accurate estimation. This is the cake that everyone making videos for Enshrouded got to share. Making more videos will not make the cake bigger. All you can hope for is getting a bigger slice of that cake, and if the game is losing players over time, then the cake will shrink. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So even if everything is great about your video, the title is great, the thumbnail is great, the viewer engagement is great, the average watch time on the video is great, there will be a very hard limit to how many views you can get. So let's say for argument's sake that only 50% of the people watching Enshrouded videos are actually into Let's Build videos. The rest are either watching review type of content or looking for specific guides for the game. Remember those 100,000 views we started with? Now the cake is only 50,000 views big. And YouTube will never give all of those views to one single content creator, even if, by some dark magic, I would be able to have the best metrics of anyone making Let's Build content for Enshrouded. YouTube will not pull up 5 or 10 videos from the same content creator for someone looking for content for a specific niche. My latest video for Enshrouded is actually a very good example of that. The click-through rate on this video is, from my experience, extremely good. Considering that this is the click-through rate not the first day, because that one is usually higher due to returning viewers and subscribers, but the click-through rate that this video seems to be able to maintain long term. And other metrics for this video are not bad either. Sure, it's doing better than my other videos, but it's not going viral. It just keeps chugging along. And that is because the cake of Enshrouded views is simply not that big. And there are other people who also make very good content for the game. What this means is that even though it would be beneficial for me to post more content than just one video in the last 28 days, I wouldn't be able to grow my channel past a certain point by just spamming more videos, because at some point the new videos would start to cannibalize on the views of my older videos. It doesn't really matter if I have 50 relevant videos, 100 relevant videos or 1000, YouTube won't show more of my videos regardless. Back when I had time to post 1 or 2 videos per week, I could actually clearly see this pattern, how my other videos for Enshrouded would drop a bit in views when I posted a new video. This I think is a very important lesson. Sure, some really big YouTubers can push past that because they got enough followers interested in what they have to say that they can kind of transcend the interest for the game they are making videos about. There are also some genres that might be able to do the same, like video game comedy, well-written reviews, video game essays to name a few, but most videos will have a hard limit correlated with the player count of the game you are making videos about. So if you want to grow your channel really big, and you think you're actually really good at making videos, and you think you can compete for those views, then do the opposite of me. Don't make videos about indie games. Choose a big game so you can grow. And I mean the really big ones like CSGO or Minecraft. It is way more competitive, but if you can compete, the limit is way higher. The other way would be to diversify. I have a bunch of videos now that are pulling views consistently for Enshrouded and probably will pull views for as long as Enshrouded is a popular game, which hopefully is for years to come. The smart thing for me to do would be to branch out making videos for, let's say, Valheim or Space Engineers, and try to build an audience for those games as well, and with some luck I would be able to make a few videos that, just like my videos for Enshrouded, kept chugging along getting views every day. I should, but it's way more likely that instead I will make more videos about Enshrouded and then some other videos that have nothing to do with the topic at all, like this video, a video game essay about what makes the game This War of Mine so special. I'm really proud of it, and I think it's a good video, but I failed with the thumbnail and the title, and also it has nothing to do with the rest of the videos on my channel, so that wasn't really doing the video or my channel any favors. But then again, I don't really aspire to make YouTube videos for a living. So anyway, I know this video is also very much out of my niche, but I just came to think of comparing YouTube niches with a cake that everyone wants a slice of. And also I felt like the first month's monetized was something of a milestone, so I wanted to make a video about that, so here we are. Hope you enjoyed the video regardless, and give a thumbs up if you did. Cheers!